Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a major free demo that is available over on Steam. On top of that, a free beta test will be kicking off. It will be something that you can register for right now. It's one of those Steam things where you just click request access. More often than not, you just get access into it, but the beta's not going to kick off until February 28th, so we'll talk about that. And also, speaking of free and demos, a major demo will be coming here shortly with a major game in March. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But speaking of major games in March, a demo already available right now. The final demo for Wolong Fallen Dynasty is out right now. This is a Souls-like title coming from Team Ninja and Tecmo Koei Games. Obviously, the developers behind Neo are working on this one, so this is yet another major release from them. It's a game that a lot of people are looking forward to, and best of all, if you don't want to spend $60 on it, Game Pass has just been absolutely disgustingly good over the last couple of months. Like, we are in one of the hottest stretches, I feel like, in Game Pass history with, like, Persona 3, Persona 4 getting at it, Atomic Heart just recently, and now Wolong Fallen Dynasty as well. Save your $60, because you can get it as a part of Game Pass, so that is fantastic. I think it's a game that ultimately a lot of people will end up enjoying. It is set in the 18480 later Han Dynasty China. The land is overcome by chaos and destruction. The Imperial Dynasty that prospered for many years is now about to collapse. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is a dramatic, action-packed story of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of later Han Dynasty where demons plague the Three Kingdoms. Players fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within. Wolong refers to a crouching dragon and also refers to a hero person of greatness who is not yet known. This is the story of officers who will later become heroes during their unknown period, and also the story of a protagonist's rise from being a nobody. So, you know, we'll see how this turns out as far as a PC version goes. You know, sometimes, you know, these games these days not too what's the word I'm looking for? Not too heartwarming as far as these PC ports go, but we'll see how this one turns out. System requirements, just to run through those real quick: i5-8400, Ryzen 5 3400G, 8 gigs of RAM on the minimum, and GTX 1650, RX 570 on minimum, so nothing too crazy. Recommended, you are looking at obviously beefier specs: i7-8700, Ryzen 5 3600 XT, 16 gigs of RAM, which seems to be pretty commonplace in games these days. RTX 2060, RX 5700 XT, 8GB, and then 60GB of storage space is noted, by the way. Recommended is for 1080p 60, minimum is for 720p 30. I don't know who trying to play 720p 30 these days, although if you're trying to game on a Steam Deck, 720p 30, you know, you're going 1200 by 800 by at 30 FPS ideally, but nevertheless, there you go with that. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. The final demo is out right now. Progress from that demo will transfer into the final product if you do want that. It is a limited time demo, so jump on that as soon as possible. Alright, moving on from that, Airship Syndicate and Digital Extremes' massively multiplayer RPG in Wayfinder will be getting a beta test kicking off on February the 28th, so you can start that off right now. The game will be hitting early access in May, and then ultimately it'll be a free-to-play release sometime later on after that. The game notes: become a Wayfinder and unlock their powers as you choose your path and playstyle while pushing back a hostile force that has overtaken your world. Control the chaos as you directly shape and customize the endless adventures you go on with friends, because Wayfinders are stronger together. I definitely get that Airship Syndicate, like, vibe to it as far as, like, a visual style. You know, you look at the games they've done in the past, some really good titles. Like, I loved Ruined King, A League of Legends story. Darksiders Genesis was solid, and Battle Chasers Night War, a lot of people like that as well. Like, they've been doing a good job with all of their outings. Not super big budget games, and this one definitely a little bit of a heftier undertaking, given that it's a massively multiplayer online RPG, so, you know, definitely something to be on the lookout for, but I hope it turns out well, because Airship Syndicate, I think, is an incredibly talented studio, and to see them, you know, entrusted with doing a bigger project like this, it will be interesting to see how it turns out. We do have minimum requirements for it: Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs of RAM at minimum, and RX 5500, 4GB or equivalent. So you can check that out. The game notes: control the chaos, customize every play experience by entering a doorway of adventures with the help of a mysterious device known as a gloom dagger. Each adventure has unique modifiers and challenges you can conjure and control, customizing what beasts you hunt, bosses you encounter, materials you collect, and even other wayfinders. Become a wayfinder, control and harness the power of a mighty wayfinder, wield a variety of unique abilities ranging from the ebbing arcane magic and lethal melee to a mystical tech. You'll find one to crater to your preferred playstyle, traverse the immersive world with other wayfinders, and shape your adventures the way you want. Control what you explore and what enemies you fight to best customize how you want to play your wayfinder. Explore and collect, and obviously multiplayer is at the heart of the game. Stronger together. Wayfinder, the closed beta, will be kicking off on February 28th. You can request access to the beta right on the Steam page. And again, usually in my experience, whenever these request access things go on Steam, you usually get in, but who knows with this one if it will be a little bit different. Lastly, speaking of free stuff, Resident Evil 4 Remake. We got a big update on that game yesterday. We got a brand new trailer for that game, and on top of that, we know that there will be a free demo that will be coming sometime ahead of the game's release. We don't have an official date yet, and on top of that, there will be free DLC in the Mercenaries. The classic Mercenaries mode will be included in RE4. The DLC will be coming sometime after the release of the game. As far as the special demo, again, a trailer dropped yesterday. It notes the trailer also announced some exciting experiences for fans eagerly anticipating the full release of Resident Evil 4 and those who want even more to do after completing the main campaign. To help hold fans over until March 24th, the Resident Evil 4 demo has been announced, so that will be coming sometime in the future. And downloadable content, the Mercenaries, special agents looking to tackle even more challenges in Resident Evil 4, will be excited to hear the prolific The Mercenaries challenge mode is also returning as free post-launch downloadable content. More information about the release timing of the demo and the Mercenaries downloadable content will be shared at a later date. On top of that, there has been a deluxe edition that will be announced. Deluxe editions in Resident Evil games are usually, kind of nonsense. Nothing you guys really need to pick up, but the demo, that'll be super exciting. Of course, RE2 had a demo that dropped ahead of its release. I want to say Village had a demo as well. I don't remember off the top of my head. Nonetheless, nice to see that RE4 is going to have a demo, and honestly, for the early portion of the year, this is my most anticipated game within this first 3 months, like quarter one. I know Hogwarts Legacy was most people's most anticipated games, but, not a big Harry Potter guy. Resident Evil 4 was a game that I grew up with and definitely tugs at those nostalgic heartstrings for me. Like, I played the game on the Nintendo Wii, the PS2, loved it, and it was the game that really got me into Resident Evil, and I know that's the case for a lot of other people, where RE4 was the game that really, brought them into Resident Evil as a whole. Like, also kind of, I would say it revolutionized gaming in a lot of aspects from a gameplay standpoint, but that might be a little bit of a stretch, but I do know a lot of other people feel that way as well. But that'll do it for me. Again, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, free demo available right now. That is the final demo. Progress will transfer on over into the final game if you do pick it up. Wayfinder, that game will be getting a closed beta at the end of this month. You can sign up for the closed beta access over on Steam right now. And Resident Evil 4 Remake will be getting a free demo sometime ahead of its release. On top of that, free DLC will be coming. That'll do it for me. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.